18th, and I call this meeting to order. Everybody can find something to pray over, think about, brothers, briefly. Okay. Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, item number 4 is adoption of the agenda. Good. Yeah. Additions.
I have none.
Okay. Okay, consent agenda.
What you have in front of you are the board minutes and financial report from last month.
Move we accept those. Read.
Yeah.
Yes.
All 4? Any against? We're good. We're gonna keep. Okay. And item number 6.
What you have in front of you is a resolution authorizing surplus of property. This is for one block, generation 519, serial number BPM B993, to Jeffrey Bruce Airwood for $1.
Make a motion.
All ayes, nays. Okay. We have a couple of resolutions, recognitions. It's item number 7.
So resolution honoring retiring police chief Jeff Airwood.
Get up there.
Chief, if you don't mind coming up. Randall, if you can get it out of my office.
Okay.
So since Alan cannot be here tonight, let me go ahead and read this resolution. This is resolution of appreciation honoring Chief Jeff Bruce Airwood upon his retirement. Whereas Chief Jeff Bruce Airwood's official retirement date for the Triumph Police Department is September 30th, 2022, ending a noble 30-year law enforcement career. And whereas Chief Airwood began his career here at the Triumph Police Department in June 1993, Jeff chose to serve his entire career with the town of Triumph, never seeking service with another entity. He valued his relationships with the citizens of Triumph, to whom he committed providing protection both as an officer and continued after obtaining the rank of chief. Chief Airwood continued to demand dedication and a high level of public service of himself and of the Triumph Police Department, never wavering until retirement. And whereas throughout his long and distinguished career, Chief Jeff Airwood accomplished much and received numerous commendations and citations, always challenging himself with continued education and training in his chosen profession, and was rewarded with internal promotions and leadership appointments. And whereas Corporal Airwood was promoted to sergeant and was assigned as the police department's canine officer, Jeff and his new partner Blitz were not only the first canine unit with the town of Tryon, but the first officer canine partner in Polk County. Throughout his training and becoming a certified handler was an encouragement for future use of canines in Polk County law enforcement. And whereas in December 2002, Chief Airwood was chosen to serve as acting chief of the department. This appointment was made permanent in March 2003, naming Jeff chief of Tryon Police Department. Chief Airwood continued serving in his capacity until his retirement. He served nearly 20 years as chief, which solidified his place in Tryon's history as the longest serving police chief of Tryon's Police Department. And whereas Chief Airwood has been a dedicated public servant, having conducted himself in a professional manner, earning the respect of those with whom he has served and those he was entrusted to serve, contributing to the betterment of this department and the community as a whole. Jeff's dedication to his duties as a sworn law enforcement officer of the Tryon Police Department and the entire law enforcement community serves as an inspiration. And whereas Chief Airwood has provided invaluable commitment to not only the police department, but the dedication to the town of Tryon and its citizens. Jeff mentored not only as chief, but as an officer himself, the many rookie officers whose careers have flourished as a result of his leadership while they served under his tenure. Tryon is losing an abundance of knowledge, experience, and an invaluable resource. And whereas the council of the town of Tryon recognizes that the time of retirement is a suitable moment to acknowledge said service. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the town of Tryon, Polk County, North Carolina as follows, that the mayor and Tryon Town Council, for its members and all the residents of the town of Tryon, extend to Chief Jeffrey Airwood sincere gratitude for his professional, dedicated, and productive service to the town of Tryon, and congratulates him upon his retirement, and wish Jeff and his family many years of quality health and happiness. The town of Tryon appreciates all of his unwavering contributions to this community. Further resolved that this resolution be spread in full upon the minutes of the proceedings of the council, and a suitable copy be presented to Chief Airwood with the heartfelt thanks of the town of Tryon. Adopted by Mayor and Town Council, Town of Tryon, Polk County, North Carolina, 18th day of October, 2022. What?
I'll let you. Sorry.
We're good? Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. We got a couple other things that we'll get into, but, you know, before we get into the moving things, I'll just say people know Jeff for being a great chief. And I think what they don't see is him being a great person. And that kind of goes across all boundaries of everything that everyone does in life. But, you know, for everything, everyone that works here will kind of tell you there was not a single person that couldn't go to Jeff at any time in their life and kind of ask questions, seek advice, things like that. And that is bigger than police work, it's bigger than government work, and for that, we're very appreciative of everything, Jeff. So I'll hand it back to Madam Pro Tem.
And I'd like to say that I know that your wife and your family served right along with you, and I'd like to say thank you to all of you.
The next is the recognition of retiring Police Chief Jeff Airwood. Mr. Arledge, would you come forward?
Is it okay to stand here just so I can see everybody? I was unprepared to speak at Jeff's lunch, and I'm not really that much more prepared tonight, but I thought it was important to make a brief statement. I have worked with Jeff since 1995. He is a friend, a brother, a confidant, and lastly, my boss. He has led our department since 2003 and has done something practically unheard of in local law enforcement, and that was spending his entire career in one department. I am a witness for his concern for our town and its citizens, his wisdom and level-headedness in dealing with calls for service, employee matters, and anything else that has come our way. He has supported his employees, led by example, stood by us when we were right, and counseled us when we were wrong. Speaking for myself, he has made me a better employee and has set a standard for our department that I know will continue under our new leadership. Personally, and on behalf of the employees of the Tryon Police Department, I want to say thank you, Jeff, and we wish you the best in the future. And that was it. Thank you, commissioners, for the time.
The next item is the presentation of Gun and Badge to retiring Police Chief Jeff Airwood. Brandon, would you?
two of you already, mind, I don't want to leave anything out. Good evening. I stand here tonight with much humbleness as Chief Arrowood retires from his duties as police chief. I have known Jeff several years, but however, only having the privilege of working side by side on a daily basis for the past 5 years, I've come to respect his leadership, and though a short time, have valued his mentorship to me. Chief Arrowood has provided valuable commitment to not only the police department, but dedication to the town of Tryon and its citizens. Jeff mentored many officers over his career as chief and as his career as an officer. Tryon is losing a great wealth of knowledge, experience, and a valuable resource. And I want to wish him and Carrie many happy years as they begin his retirement that I'm sure you're glad to have. In accordance with North Carolina General Statute 2187.2, which authorizes the governing body of a law enforcement agency may, in its discretion, also award to a retiring member upon request the service sidearm of such retiring member. It is my honor to present Chief Arrowood with his service weapon. I don't want to take it out of the box and go flashing a gun around. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be right back.
So I will say, Jeff, thank you so much. It's been an honor and a privilege to work alongside you for 6 years that I've been here. And I told people the other day, and I still tell people to this day, that I've had some really bad police chiefs in my time, and I've had some good ones, but Jeff has set a standard, not only for currently, but for Randall, for the future, for this department, and for me in my career. And right now, it's really easy for me to say you're probably the best police chief that I'll ever have in my career. So I'm really humbled and appreciate everything that you've done for everybody here, because you do go above and beyond everything when it comes to this agency. And you set a standard for Randall that is going to be really tough to beat.
Jeff Arrowood. Who is Jeff Arrowood?
And I'll go ahead and say, Jeff, I had a flashback the other day. So when I came here first month, Jeff would walk over and say, "Come, let's take a ride." And the reason I'm anywhere close to knowing where things are in Tryon is because he'd go and he'd tell me about Tryon and the history and show me streets. We've hired some newer people to the area. I walked in the other day, I said, "Where's this street at?" He's like, I said, "Let's take a ride." And I did the first loop that Jeff ever took me on. And, you know, for 2 years, you for the fire chief, not even concerning law, you definitely stepped up and mentored me and taught me all about Tryon and how it works. And I just want to say I really appreciate it.
Would you like to come back? So along with the gun, we're also going to present the badge. And just very quickly, a police badge is a powerful symbol and the ultimate representation of the motto of police officers around the world: to protect and serve. It's also a symbol of the sacrifice police officers make to protect their communities. Becoming a police officer isn't easy and requires a lot of dedication, work, and sacrifice. Not everyone can wear a badge, and that's why those who do are proud of the contribution they make to society. For officers, badges have a personal meaning. The badge is a symbol of pride. So I am proud to present to Jeff Arrowood his gold Tryon Police Department Chief's badge, just out of my hand.
Chief, would you like to say something?
Absolutely.
think maybe the proclamation might be a little overkill, I'm not sure I done all that. But I do want to thank council, I want to thank past councils, manager Zach Alls, for helping us and providing the police department with what it needed when it needed it. I want to thank the citizens. I tell people all the time, when Kerry and I first talked about me retiring last year, it was like, it's bittersweet, I don't know if I want to do it. I like it here. I've always had, I can't think of the word I want to use. I've always been very comfortable working here. And so when we were talking about it, I was like, I don't know, and so I'm like, yeah, maybe it's time. I mean, a little over 19 years as chief, I was like, well, maybe it's time, that I hang it up, let somebody else do it. Just happens to be Randall. And going to another part of our life. I do want to thank the employees. I've always had really good employees, and that made my job easier. When you have good employees, it makes the chief's job easier. And not least but not last, I want to thank my wife, Carrie. She's been here every step of the way. I had been a police officer about 2 years when we got married. So my career has been her career. And so, somebody said earlier, oh, she's retiring. Well, no, we're retiring. And so, without everyone, I couldn't have done it. So thank you.
Thank you.
You're going to swear in Mr. Hodge, and after that, we're going to take a 15-minute break to celebrate the chief and the new chief.
I, Randall Reed Hodge,
Do solemnly swear that I will be alert and vigilant to enforce the criminal laws of the state of North Carolina,
do solemnly swear that I will be alert and vigilant to enforce the criminal laws of the state of North Carolina,
that I will not be influenced
that I will not be influenced
in any matter of a personal bias or prejudice.
in any matter of a personal bias or prejudice.
I will never betray my integrity,
I will never betray my integrity,
my character, or public trust.
my character, or public trust.
I will always have the courage
I will always have the courage
to hold myself and others accountable for actions.
to hold myself and others accountable for actions.
I will always maintain the highest ethical standards
I will always maintain the highest standard of ethicals
and uphold the values of my community
and uphold the values of my community
and this agency I serve.
and this agency I serve.
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and the laws of North Carolina not inconsistent therewith.
and the Constitution of the state of North Carolina and inconsistent therewith,
And that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and execute the duties of my office
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and execute the duties of my office
as chief of police
as chief of police
according to the best of my skills, abilities, judgment,
according to the best of my skills, abilities, judgment.
so help me God.
So help me God.
So these are for you, Randall. I think you know what those are. But I did want to say congratulations. We're all counting on you. But anyway, Jeff has set a really high standard, and we know that you're going to take it to another level. We're really honored to have you on board. We're excited about where the future goes. I don't think we could have found a better person for this job in Polk County. And I really do mean that. I think after Jeff, you're the best law enforcement officer that I've ever met.
He's got me by years. I mean, he knows you long.
That's it. But I'm sure that one day you'll probably be the best too. So we're really looking forward to it, and thanks to you as well, because you're going to be letting us borrow him for many nights and many weekends. We appreciate your services.
He won't let you guys down.
Thank you, Randall.
It has that baby pin on it.
I know everybody's probably ready to take a break from the police department for tonight. I do want to say thank you for those words, Zach. They mean a lot. They mean a lot from you council members for y'all's support and the trust y'all have put in me. I want to echo that I do thank Chief Arrowood for the past 5 years of his leadership. I feel like I have grown under him over the past 5 years. And I look forward to the support from the public, because the police department, law enforcement has to rely on the public's help and support. Thank you all, and I look forward to working with everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna take a 15-minute break, so that means we should be back at about 20
There's drinks and cookies and snacks back here, so get you some.
All right. Item number 9,
Proposal
yes.
for additional professional services. What you have here is amended contract. You approved the previous contract. This recognizes the increase of the additional $1 million roughly, as well as the oversight of that from the engineering. We need a motion, a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Item number 11, mental housing. Then number 10, I'm sorry, skip number 10.
Budget amendment, yes, ma'am. Budget amendment number 1, we'll recognize an ARP revenue, Office State Fire Marshal grant for the fire department, as well as some uniform vehicle lines and some other things for the package sidewalks. If you get a motion, second, vote.
All in favor? Opposed? Item number 12, 11, I'm skipping ahead, I'm sorry, minimum housing.
Okay, 144 Cleveland, the hearing is set for next Monday to get that ball rolling. I've talked to the owner. He is just emptying the place out, but we're going to initiate the hearing next Monday. 136 Cleveland, the owner has talked to fire chief and they're going to burn it down. I will have the ordinance for that property at the next meeting. And also Kennedy Lane, they're going to do a training burn next week, you said? Next week?
Is 126, the gray building.
136 is the one on the corner, like the 90.
As you come up the first one.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The one.
Yes.
The
Sir?
one,
Yes, we'll get you the columns.
the one on Kennedy Lane, a family member contacted me, they at least like some pictures before, during, and after.
Sure. Yeah, we can handle that.
Okay. Okay.
And then once that's burned down, then we'll discuss cleanup with them. So.
Okay. Item number 12, TDDA.
I don't have anything to update on GDDA. Halloween's happening. It's gonna be fun. Getting into the town manager's report. Well, it's on Halloween this year. It's, we're trying to get a bunch of things done. We're gonna try to get a band for Trying Midnight. We're gonna try to get a food truck for Trying Midnight. So we're working on all those things. We have a new hire. We'll introduce you to her in the November meeting. As far as town manager's report, we've all been very busy, but we do have to thank our staff. Jody has been working a ton. He's been trying to get everyone caught up. Andrew has helped out at Harmon Field, so we're really appreciative of all of his work out there, helping Travis clear stuff. Travis has been working his tail off as well, trying to keep everything up there. Tim's been doing great. Fire chief has been doing great as well. And again, thank you, Randall. We're glad you're here. This board had full faith in you before we even discussed this opportunity. And when the opportunity came open, they didn't hesitate. So I hope you can take that and run with that, because everyone here is behind you 110%. And that's all I have.
Council, will Bill, Chris, commissioners.
Make it quick. I'd like to welcome everybody out. Thank you for coming out. Congratulations, Randall. We know that you'll do a great job.
Thank you.
I have no doubt. Thanks again, and that's all for me.
Yeah, I thank the staff for everything they've done. Thank the public for coming out. Randall, welcome. I know you've been here 5 years, but welcome to the new responsibility. That's it. That's all I have.
And as my colleague said, iterated, thank you all for participating. Your presence is important to us. Welcome and congratulations, Randall. Look forward to working with you. And I'd like to thank the town employees always, but particularly for their assistance several weeks ago with the Triumph Film Festival. It was a fantastic event for Triumph. And from what I can gather from everyone, they love the location on McGowan Street. And as the person who designed McGowan Street, I must say, it's in my heart good to be seeing it put to that use. Thank you.
Very nice. Well, thank everybody for coming out. You know you all are welcome at any time. And we do, ask that you show up as often as you like. I want to thank everybody that works for the town. I want to thank the commissioners here, Zach, Susan, William. I want to thank you all personally, the fire department, chief, and, just, everybody just take your time and get home, be safe, and, until we meet again.
All right. Citizens comment.
Citizens' comments? Yes, ma'am.
I would just like to say thank you to Chris Armbruster for jumping on the parking bandwagon 20 years after I first brought up getting merchants off Trade Street. And also, I would like to ask you, developing the Packwood Street area, have y'all given any thought to the businesses that are down on Maple Street, that they deserve a little attention to?
One thing at a time, Joey.
How long am I gonna wait? Thank you.
Others? Anybody else?
Motion to go into closed session.
Your motion to go into closed session?
To discuss personnel.
To discuss personnel.
Right, well, thank you. We're gonna recess to go into closed session for a few minutes, so if you want to stay, you can stay. If you don't want to.
Yeah, so we're going to, just to explain, we're going into closed session, talk about some stuff. The door will be locked, we'll open it back up. You're welcome to wait outside, and then we will open it back up.
Yeah,